Hello and welcome to this new ER2 modding SDK tutorial. Today we're gonna learn how to create custom textures that you can use inside the map editor. So to begin, you're gonna need your own custom textures to be inside the modding SDK. I'm gonna use these example textures here. We got two terrain textures and the relative normal map. The normal map is just a texture used to improve the lighting on the terrain material. Now that I have everything, make sure to mark your normal map as texture type normal map, while your textures should stay with default value. We can now create the terrain layers, so right click and choose create terrain layer. Let's call this my terrain layer texture. If I duplicate this with Ctrl D, I already have two terrain layers. So I can drag and drop my textures and my normal map in each of the terrain layers I created. Notice that you don't need to set up the mask map, because in custom maps inside the game, this value is not used. Now that I created my layers, I can assign them to a mod. For example, this new mod I'm creating now. And if I now go on the mod menu and I select my mod I just created, I can check the assets inside, and as you can see, both terrain layers are found, so they're gonna be shipped with my mod. I can now build the mod, subscribe to it on the workshop once it's uploaded, and I will find my terrain layer textures I created when creating a new custom map. So now that we are in game, to test our terrain textures, we can create or edit a map. I'm gonna create a new map. And to find the texture menu, just go to the terrain, textures, and here you got your terrain texture set. We can change it. For example, we can replace the second texture with one texture from our mod. These are the two textures examples that you will find also in the modding SDK. For example, let's test this one. And as you can see, I can just paint with the brush tool with the new texture I added to the terrain. I can do the same with my second texture, and it's working just fine. So congratulations for creating your custom terrain textures.